19 health alert. New cyclosporiasis cases have been reported in Erie County. We have been following the spread of this illness. Stephen Hernandez joining us live from Sandusky now with more. Stephen.
Thank you. The Erie County Health Commissioner says they've detected at least 5 cases of the illness so far. But while they're still investigating, they're advising everyone to follow what they're calling the golden rule of health safety. Linda Tucker is shopping for groceries at Mulvin's Farm Market today, and she always takes proper steps to make sure it's clean.
Yeah, I just make sure that I wash everything real well.
Which is a good thing, since Erie County just reported cases of cyclosporiasis in the region.
Yes, yes, I've heard about whatever that word is that everybody has, so yes.
According to Erie County Health Commissioner Pete Shade, they found at least 5 cases of the foodborne parasite in humans, which causes what many are describing as explosive diarrhea.
Oh, they feel pretty horrible. The amount of diarrhea is up and down, right? So
doctors across the county confirmed the cases through stool samples, patient interviews, and walk-in visits to the community health center. However, health experts are still not able to narrow down the source of the disease to a particular location or type of produce.
Samples from people, right? We can't go collect produce and try to wash it and plate the wash water. It's not, that doesn't work that way. So,
which is why Shade is reminding the community of 2 of the most important rules in disease prevention: thoroughly wash your hands and wash your vegetables.
And it sounds like that's a lot of work, but when you think about the bacteria or the parasite that could be living on the dirt that's on your raw produce, that's what it's going to take to get
something Tucker already has down as a habit.
Yep, I totally agree. I was in food service for 15 years, and so that was always inbred into us, you know, to keep your hands clean and scrub your veggies.
Gotcha. Very important advice and very important habits. Now, Sharp also says that he projects this cyclosporiasis wave to continue for at least a few more weeks. So all the more important reason to make sure you're taking the proper precautions here or anywhere else you get your fruits and vegetables. In Sandusky, Stephen Hernandez, 19 News.
Stephen, thank you. And 19 News with continuing coverage on this health alert. Coming up at 4:30, we hear from experts on how to stay safe, stay healthy. Plus, find all of our coverage on 19 News.